I was a hefty kid. I was a husky kid.
Yeah.
And Stand By Me came out, and a lot of people were, people I didn't know were calling me fat kid from Stand By Me.
Brutal.
And typically it was like, typically when it would be the most annoying would be older kids who you couldn't fight. You know, they were bigger than you.
Oh my
or you
God.
couldn't say like,
Off, pal.
yeah, fuck off, man.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm rich.
you want to go?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't rich, but like,
Look at my mom's account.
it was typically kids in high school going, "Oh, you're the fat kid from Stand By Me, right?" And you just take it, you know. And it was so funny. At around 14, I grew up in New York City, so I didn't really have like athletics. I didn't have a football program.
Right.
I didn't have a basketball team. I didn't grow up. Typically, as I raised children in the suburbs, it's so funny how much
They all play soccer,
Oh my
or they
gosh.
all, yeah.
My daughters are both play volleyball, and it's
You're on the circuit.
every day.
Yeah.
3 hours a day. My daughters are playing volleyball.
Yeah.
And I have a
That's
daughter
not-
who does.
That's not suburban. That's because I live in New York City. I'm still live in New York City and raising my kids there. My daughter plays volleyball 3 hours. I think volleyball,
Okay.
I think girls our daughter's age,
Yeah.
which is my daughter's like 13.
Uh-huh.
It has swept the nation.
Yeah.
Like girls are playing volleyball every day. And it's almost like the way that when like boys basketball, when I was a kid and they would just like throw you in the gym and make you play basketball.
Yeah.
That's what it's like in every New York school. I think it's because it's like inside.
On Long
Yeah.
Island,
Yeah.
on Long Island, where I grew up, it was soccer and lacrosse until
Right,
you
so
got
you're
old
outside.
enough and was like, I'm fat and I'm playing the goalie. Maybe I should play football.
I had a lot of friends who went to Post.
Yeah,
hell yeah.
Played lots of Post.
But
If you're
there
from Long
is a
Island,
football team
you
now.
get that. And if you're a J6er, you got our Bob's
CW
Burgers
Post,
joke.
baby.
There's a football team, a youth football team in New York now that my son plays on.
Oh, really?
And it's an amalgamation of all the schools.
Wow.
So
All right. So,
it's improved.
so I grew up in the 70s
Yeah.
and 80s. These things weren't there, but I was at around 14. My mother went to a gym around the corner from our house.
And where in New York City were you?
This is on 17th Street and 6th Avenue.
Oh, hell yeah.
Wow, you really
in
grew
Manhattan.
up in the heart.
Yeah.
You grew up in Madison Square Park.
Yeah. So my mother worked out at a gym called, well, we're dropping the names of gyms here.
Yeah.
You got to get a sponsor.
Eventually we will.
David Barton Gym, which was
Very cool.
you know, it was a
Eventually became like the gayest place in
it was
New York City.
it was
yeah.
because I grew up in the West Village and sort of Chelsea. It was a I don't mean to generalize and stereotype, but it was a predominantly gay gym. It was. My mother had a trainer there. This is in the 80s, and she said, "Listen, I got a kid who needs help." And I went in and saw him, and his name was Charles Brown. And he was very
Charlie Brown?
yeah, but he taught like he was a dancer and he
Right.
taught aerobics and he was like
He
one of
always had
these.
this dog with him.
He hurt himself missing a
sweater.
field goal.
He was a really handsome guy and just like a 80s aerobics instructor, dancer, everything. And this is crazy at 14. And this is really how it really helped shape me. It's a secret that he taught me. So at the age of 14, he gave me a little book. It was like, I remember it was a mini composition book. Okay. Like, you remember the composition books with like
The marble covers.
the marble covers.
Yeah.
It was a mini one. And he went,
And it was handwritten Dianetics.
and he said, "Hey,
Memorize this.
take this book." And I went, "Hi, it's nice to meet you. You know, were we going to lift?" And he went, we're not going to lift today. You're going to take this book and everything that goes in your mouth, everything. I don't care if it's a stick of gum. I don't care if it's a glass of water. I don't care if it's a sip of water fountain. I don't care if it's a soda. You're going to write it down in this book. And that's what you're going to do
That's intense for a 14-year-old.
for a week. Everything that goes in your mouth, everything that goes in your mouth.
I mean, that must have been intense for a 14-year-old.
So I took it and I wrote down everything. I carried it with me for a week. And then a week later, I saw him. Like looking back, my mom must have paid for privates from a private trainer. You know, he was like, "Okay, let's start." And I got to tell you, when you're reading like 2-liter bottle of soda,
Right.
box of Entenmann's, you know, fruit punch, like you read it, Twix bar. It's like 2 Twix bars. You know,
it's like
back to back.
it's making you more present and conscious and accountable for what you're doing. And you're like,
it's crazy.
It's easy to just put that in and move on with your life, but if you happen to have a tally of it, it starts to get to you.
So now I'm not the best eater. I'm not. Listen, I went to go see the. I saw Led Zeppelin in IMAX last night.
Oh, how was it? Is it really fun?
You gotta go see it. I'm a huge fan.
Yeah. Is it really fun?
I really liked it.
Yeah.
I really liked it.
Oh, all right.
And my wife is a huge Led Zeppelin fan, and I have a joke with my wife where I take her to movies, and my wife loves legal substances.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, honey, use a legal substance.
Yeah.
I'm going to take you somewhere. I'm going to take you to a movie. I don't want you to know anything. She's the biggest Led Zeppelin fan. And
that's
not
awesome.
up on like what documentaries are coming out.
Oh, that's
and
awesome.
IMAX went to go see it. And my wife like just turned to me and she was like, is this a Led Zeppelin documentary? She was like, oh my God.
Nice.
And it's just one of those great documentaries where it's like, right, yes, so the first time we went into the studio, we didn't know what was going to happen. But yeah, it was electric, and then it goes into like the first
Music docs and docs about artists and docs about filmmakers and stuff are always the best because it's just chock full of clips of your favorite artists.
Yeah.
Like watching the De Palma doc, you're like, oh, look at all these clips from amazing De Palma movies.
Oh, I have to watch that actually.
I
never
did that
even
with
thought about
Daniela, and I was like, pop an edible, and then I surprised her and took her to the Brutalist.
Anyway, so I wrote down everything I ate for a week, and that's when I have to tell you, that's when I stopped being the fat kid from Stand By Me.